I just watched The Bear season 2 and I absolutely love this show. I can't lie, I was late to the train. I've been hearing the hype. The Bear, the Bear, the Bear, this Emmy, that Emmy, this Emmy, that Emmy. But I was like, not for it. But this past week, I've been binging the first and the second season, and if you have not seen it, you are missing out. The story is just genius. How they build up each of the individual characters and have them synergize to give you a beautiful story. I mean, it's perfect how they just build up on the individual characters like they're building blocks, and like you have a whole Lego set when it all comes together. Genuinely, it is awesome to see everything unfold. And I like how they do it where they don't tell you everything at once and you're left guessing. Especially in season 1 where you're like, why would Carmi leave the best restaurant in the world and come to this garbage trash can spot? You feel me? But then yet, as more and more starts uncover, you realize that he wasn't happy, he wasn't enjoying himself, and this is where he feels at home. And in season 2, we learn even more that, he's used to this chaotic household, and this chaotic environment, this workspace is where he really feels comfortable. And yet, I feel like at times, it is kind of a linear A to B story. They're gonna start off with nothing and eventually they will get a successfully running restaurant. That is predictable, but yet the way they go about it is so fun, and they make light of it that you will know what's gonna happen next, and they kind of throw little plots and twists and turns at you to still keep you guessing along the way. I mean, I've never found myself bored or not looking forward to the next episode. It is with stressed, I have to restrain myself from watching more and more episodes. The fact that I still have season 3 waiting for me just excites me so much, and I hope that you have 1, 2, 3 ready to rock and roll with you. As I just said, the characters in this show are actually superb. It is clear that the writers sat down and took their time really thinking out every single character and also the specific arc that they would go on. When I say that every character is included in their own individual arc and beautiful storytelling, I am not overstating it. It is clear that it is just like, it's near perfect, really. I know I say this a lot on the channel, but there's their thing with this one. I mean, starting off with our two main, Carmen and Sydney. I mean, hate them or love them, they both have excellent qualities and qualities that you kind of don't like at the same time. They're a great main character and stars of the show that everything is built around. In doing my research for this video, I found that in the beginning, for the first season, Sydney actually, the actress for Sydney, won an Emmy for Best Supporting Actress. But yet, this season, she's up for an Emmy for Best Lead Actress, which I just think shows how great the writers of the show were at developing her into her own pillar that can stand by herself. I think in season 2, we can really see that as she comes into her own and has episodes that solely follow her story and her emotions and feelings and her background, really. Everyone else, I think that Richie he's my favorite character. It's just amazing. Not to spoil anything if you haven't seen it yet, but Forks, the episode, he really does his thing and it's just beautiful. And then also the callback episode with Carmen's family where we get to see Richie and his wife when they were together. Obviously we can see that there were issues fomenting, but yet we can also see the love and care that Richie is capable of expressing to those that he really loves and cares for. And I love how at the end of this season he's really coming to his own as he is the leader of Expo, and it is just beautiful. Again, the rest of the supporting cast is amazing, and it is awesome to see them go through their individual story arcs, and I can't wait to find out how they develop even further in season 3. When it comes to the visuals, I think that The Bear does an amazing job of having these one-shot shots where they just keep you there the whole time. There's no cuts, no breaks. It's just the actors and memorization and just doing their thing. I mean, the last episode of season 2 was that entirely, just a continuous shot, doom, no breaks, no cuts, and I just loved it. It really made me feel like I was a spectator in the restaurant, in the kitchen, watching them do their thing in live time. Having worked in a restaurant myself and in the industry, I can say firsthand, it is a crazy, hectic environment that you don't want to be in the wrong place at. You don't want to be asking the wrong person the wrong thing at the wrong time. And so I feel like they give you a great demonstration of that. And the stress, I mean, I've talked to my family who have all seen the show, and they're the ones who actually encouraged me to watch it. So shouts out to them. Thank you for them. They really put me on because it is, again, a brilliant show. and it's just like a very high intensity. Like, it's not made for the weak. If you want a chill show to relax back to after a hard day of work, this is not what you should be turning on. It is something that you want to, feel active, like you're doing something, like you're watching something. And I will say the show is very educational, both to the restaurant industry and also for character development. That's what I was saying earlier, they really do such a beautiful job at crafting everyone's story, and I feel like I can relate to almost everyone's story in some degree. And yet it is so beautiful and it always keeps you on your toes. As far as the music, I will say that there is not too much. I know there is one song, like whenever Carmen, when he's about to go ham, when they're about to throw down in the kitchen, when he ties his knots, like, I don't want to imitate it, take away from the brilliance of it, but it is beautiful and iconic. But for other things, I wouldn't say that I recognize them too much. In conclusion, this is definitely one of my favorite shows, and I plan to watch the 3rd season expeditiously, and I will let you guys know my thoughts about that. I hope you all have an amazing day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you again, and I will see you guys next time.